So welcome to Sleigh the Season Live. I'm Stacy Jordan. I'm with Red Sleigh Workshop. We're in the commercial Christmas industry. What I do is I help train residential Christmas light installers to become commercial Christmas light installers and help them get to that next level. We're here today at noon Central Time because I really wanted to get on here with Jon before his day got busy and before all your days got busy. If you're watching on Facebook, please put your comments in the chat there. Ask any questions you have for us, either for me, myself, Patrick, or Jon. We're happy to answer them. We have here today Patrick Russell. He is my business partner and strategy guy. Let's let Patrick introduce himself, and then we'll move on.
Hey everybody, it's Patrick here, Red Sleigh Workshop, the executive vice president. I know it sounds fancy, but there's not a lot fancy about this guy right here. Co-founder of Red Sleigh Workshop. Been in Christmas for a couple of years. Did my first full season last year with Miss Stacy Jordan, and she's called the Christmas Queen for a reason. We just did our first 2-day in-person training. It was wild. It's like when you get back from a trip, you need a vacation from your vacation. I'm glad we had 2 days before Monday. It definitely used all 48 hours to kind of recover from the intense training and all the fun we had. So I'd oversee logistics, planning. I'm very OCD, so stuff has to be right. That's why wrapping trees is not my favorite thing to do. So that's me in a nutshell. Still a little tired, dragging a little bit from our training, but excited to be here with Jon and learn about what he does. This is actually our first time meeting, so this should be a lot of fun. I've done a little bit of research about him, so I know a little bit, but to get to sit here and chat with him for 30, 40 minutes should be really awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, thanks, Patrick, and we're going to welcome our special guest, Jon Majak. And I've known you for quite a while now, Jon. Been hearing you talk around all kinds of these different places and events around Christmas installers. And, before we jump into all the strategy and everything behind it, just give us a quick rundown about you and your companies and what you do and all of that. Because there's a lot more than just, you're Mr. Pipeline is how I know you originally. And I'm one of your clients, so for Mr. Pipeline, but there's way more than that to you. So can you just give us a quick rundown about yourself? We'd love to hear it.
Sure. Well, first and foremost, Patrick, Stacy, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here with you guys and share everything I can with your audience. I've been in the home service world my entire life, 12, 13 years old, knocking on doors, cutting grass, painting houses, hanging lights, like you name it. This has been my world. I basically have a story of, in a nutshell, coming from nothing, getting myself out of the trenches and the struggles of a tough childhood, and just creating a life for myself that I can be proud of. And I'm still working towards that. And along the way, as I started to build home service, I started to find my strength was in like marketing and really driving in business. And after I built my first company called Power Clean, I sold it off, and the person who bought it said, "I want you to continue the marketing for me." And that led to me going to the chemical store, who said, "Now that you're not doing your business, what are you doing now?" I'm like, "I don't know." And he said, "I want you to market for me." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I don't really know how to do this, but I'll figure it out." That was 13 years ago, and now it's 4 or 5, north of 500 clients, and it's all home service, and it's a privilege and an honor of a lifetime, to say the least. And that's my main business. And I started it literally because I just had a strength in driving in business, but I always had like a skill set for seeing what's coming next. And that's what is leading me into transitioning a lot of the stuff in Mr. Pipeline towards helping our home service clients build like a world-class brand. And that's what I'm doing now. We're driving in the business, but in a world where it's like flooded with AI technology and every brand looking the same, my job is to support that family of clients that I have and help them like take themselves to a whole different planet.
Okay, so just to jump in it because that you just said it. So the home service industry. What do you think is different with the owner operators in this home service industry than any other industry out there? Like, what would you say?
So the owners in the home service industry, they're first of all, they're my type of people. So they're like the ones that are not afraid to get their hands dirty, fall forward, fail, like all that good stuff. Like the best of the best are in the home service industry. And I feel like the thing that I want everybody to grip onto now is to set themselves apart. So I can tell you that in 2015, 2016, 17, it was about whoever generates the most leads wins. That was the name of the game. Now it's about disrupting your local market. It's
Right.
about how do you position yourself to be the market leader so you can gain more business, completely just dominate. And I think what that really comes down to is home service providers should open their mind to what used to work like back in the day is not necessarily what works now. Disrupt your market with a great branding effort, build a culture that's really special, and then figure out how to make great impact along the way, and you'll never go wrong.
I love that. Yeah, disrupting the industry was what Patrick and I have been doing the last 6 months, and here we are, still doing that because I
The,
think there's space for it, right?
the
You've been
world
around
needs
all
us.
these Christmas, you've been
Yep.
around all these Christmas companies, and a lot of them really want to grow and get bigger, but they're not sure how. So that's what we're here to help them do. And I just love seeing people expand and grow and get out of their comfort zone, and because I've had to as well. I mean, you talked about coming from a rough childhood background. I had the same thing. And being an outlier, like being somebody who's like, okay, I'm not afraid to like speak up and go against the grain and talk about things that people don't always want to talk about, some hard, tough subjects. And but it's life, right? We're people buy from people and we're people. So why not talk about this with each
Right.
other? Right. And
Right.
I know it during your Trans World Christmas show, you're going to be out there speaking in the on the regular Christmas seminar. It's not even the light series. The regular Christmas seminars, you're going to be speaking on Saturday. I think, I don't remember what
hmm
day I have it up here. I pulled it up, but then I lost it.
Saturday,
Um,
like 10,
there you
10:15.
go. Saturday
Yeah.
at 10 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so definitely if you're watching, get your ticket for Jon Majak's talk. You don't want to miss it. But we're talking about like mental toughness and personal branding, experiential marketing, like those types of things. How do you scale with profit, but with purpose, right? So I said a bunch of things. So like mental toughness, let's talk about that real quick. Like what does
hmm
that mean in 2026 to have mental toughness?
I think we're in a place where the world is really like, I hate to say it, but sometimes I feel like the world is really weak. Like there's a lot of people out there that cry about everything, and everything's everybody else's fault. And like I come from a place where everything's my fault. Like that's where you grow, where you take accountability. The relationships that I don't have that are not that strong, I look at myself like what could I have done better? Or the customers that weren't that happy with what I've done, it's like how is that my fault, right? Like, and I think, and I know I don't know everything in life, but I can tell you that one thing that has certainly helped me become a better human being and a better business owner was like stop playing down here. Stop pointing fingers. Be the person that owns their faults, that also owns their wins and celebrates them. Um, but along the way, like being so resilient and knowing that you're growing with your mental toughness is like I think is one of the greatest tool belts a CEO or a business owner can have. Um, I say it all the time, Stacy, but like at the end of the day, a business is a direct reflection of its owner. Period. A business is a direct reflection of its owner. So if you are a mentally tough human being, your business is going to be able to survive the COVIDs and the tough storms. It's going to be able to survive the A players, employees that don't make it because for whatever reason, like a lot of us who are mentally weak are like, hey, why did they leave? But the people who are hitting it, are firing on all cylinders, are like, I wish them well. We're going to continue to truck on, and so on and so forth. You
You
just
said something, and
approach.
I think what you said perked up Patrick for a second here. So do you have anything to say about what you just heard, Patrick? I saw his face just go boom.
Well, he's definitely right. You got to be mentally tough to be a business owner. There's a lot of people that, they're happy going to their 9 to 5 and that's their comfort zone. And when you're a business owner, everything falls on you, your wins, your losses. and how people perceive your business. It all depends on you. So if, like he's saying, if you're not mentally tough, then you're going to struggle being a business owner and it's not, everyone just thinks, oh, I'm just going to start my business. It's going to be great. Having to get insurance and make sure you have the right insurance, all the planning, all the logistics that go into owning a business, it's insane. And if you're not strong-willed and strong-minded, it's just too much, and you kind of curl up into a ball and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And so, yeah, I definitely resonate with that. I've had a couple businesses before Red Sleigh, and it's definitely tough, and it's a huge learning curve too. When you're a business owner, everything is your job. So there are some people who are like, oh, well, I'm good at doing this. No, you have to be good at everything. And if you're not good at everything, you got to hire the right people to be good at it. So, yeah, so that definitely resonated with me because, I've definitely met with people who are like, oh, I want to do this, but I don't want to, just, for example, like I don't want to clean the toilets. Well, too bad. You're the boss. If that doesn't get done, it needs to be done. You got to be able to do everything. And, if you're not willing to, then, it's probably not the line or the right occupation for you.
Hmm.
So,
Somebody said a long time ago, if you want to make everybody happy, sell ice cream. Like that's the game. If you want to make money, it's being a business owner, and it's persevering through the tough stuff in life. Like you guys are teaching and blazing this trail, and so many people are like nervous about exploring commercial, and is it too big for me, and am I ready for it, and like all these mental challenges. But like at the end of the day, that's where the toughness comes in. What makes the company down the street any more equipped than you? Right? Like it's just about being sharp and being dialed in with your systems and your processes, and business starts to grow.
yeah, I
Right.
would say that, that's the biggest thing about our training that we have is the in-person stuff. It's so, I mean, commercial Christmas is and can be very overwhelming, but when you get hands-on training and you get to put together large-scale decor items and do all the stuff that we have people do and go through RFPs and just kind of look at it, you break it down systematically, you kind of see it's not as hard as people think it is, but it's with the right systems. So if you go into it just blindly, like, oh, I'm just going to go do it, I could see how it could go wrong real quick. And so that was nice, watching that aha moment for a lot of our um, installers that we had in our class this last week. So just seeing them put together an 8-foot wreath, like someone got quoted, oh, that's going to take 10 hours to do. And we had them
That
put
was
it together,
hilarious. You told us
put it
that story.
together, turn it on, and disassemble it within 20 minutes. So it was just simple. And then they were like, wow, just mind blown.
Yeah,
So
it's cool.
on top of all the systems that they learned, it just, with this business, you've got to have the right systems in place in order for it to be not that scary. And like you say, you come to some trainings, and you have to have mental toughness to do that. So
Right. And then once you leave, you have to follow up with what you say you're going to do.
yeah, you have to
Accountability,
be you
right?
have to
How do
be
you do that?
persistent. Yeah,
Right.
I can, it's you can learn anything, but if you're not going to go and actively, follow through and put into effort what you learned, then there's no point in it. So
Yeah. So when it comes down to personal branding, right, what does it mean like for our clients in the commercial Christmas or regular Christmas industry? What would that mean? How would you explain that to somebody who's like, well, I don't believe in social media or I don't care about that and I'll just keep doing what I've been doing the last 10, 15 years. It's worked this far. Like what would you say to somebody who said that?
So there's quotes out there. I think it's by like Harvard Business Review, but it's like the companies that have their branding dialed in, it's north of like a 13% price increase is what you can charge on every single job and be respected for that quote versus somebody who's just like Larry's lighting, and there's literally just Larry wrote it on a piece of paper and gave it to a property manager versus just an incredible brand where the business card matches the website matches the truck matches the uniforms and the sales and technician shirts and so on and so forth, the yard signs. That speaks volumes across the board. And we've all seen it, especially in the Christmas light space. It's constantly growing. You need to outperform your clients or your competitors. So I always say like if you have there's two ways to brand. There's your personal brand, which is like who you are as a human being. And I think that that's a missed opportunity that a lot of us are leaving on the table. So, Stacy, I know that when I would speak 5, 6 years ago, you may or may not have seen like a lion involved in everything I did. And it's because I've did a lot of soul searching, and I just know at the end of the day, there's not many animals on this planet that speak to me like a lion. They like to hunt in the dark. They have courage. They have faith. They're just like about their family. I found this spot of who I was, and I got a hand painting gift from somebody back here. It's on my branding and my signature. It's on my website. It's people everywhere I go. People are like, oh look, it says like be the lion. So people they correlate that with me, which is so crazy, right? Because I'm not a lion. I'm just a person trying their best. But it's beautiful how the mind comes together like that. And what that really means is people know that I fight, that I'm relentless, that if they're working with me, they got somebody in their corner that's going to go to bat for them and take it and just take it as far as they can. Now, that's why I say in the Christmas light space, if you are going to be in like in the commercial area, like start to speak that language to your social media base. Like
Right.
tell people that. Like, listen, I'm new in the space, and I'm going to deliver like I've never delivered before, and then do that. And then
Right.
the next year, talk about how you're the most dominant commercial Christmas person in your local market, and like start to become that brand. 3, 4 years in, you've caught up to exactly who the person was that you were trying to attain, all while people were following your story. And watch how the Christmas light leads come flying in, the commercial Christmas light leads come flying in. So like that's the personal side that I think a lot of us are missing.
Right.
Because people hit me up all the time personally because they like my personal brand and they just want to work with Mr. Pipeline, or they just want to do something else that I'm doing. And it's like that's really crazy and cool to think about. It's totally different.
Well, you're attracting the business to yourself through your
Sure,
like your
100%.
yeah, your branding is your vibe, and people are into that, right?
I love
They're
that.
attracted to that.
I love that.
And when it comes to personal branding, people say, okay, some people are really loud about it, but then there's also the consistent side of it. Like, would you prefer somebody is loud or consistent or both or neither?
Great
What
question.
would you
So
recommend?
I would say, imagine I said neither, like don't do anything.
Don't do
No,
anything.
like at the end of the day, I think that you have to like your personal brand should be a direct reflection of you. Don't animate it and be something you're not. People see right through it. Like
Right.
if you're somebody who loves to hunt and go out and be in the woods, like and people know you for that, you'd be a fool to go out there and put this whole different like thing. It's not people are very smart and make that brand a reflection of you and build off of that. And especially if it's like something you want to attain. I always say that, like dial into that future version of yourself. Like show up as that person over and over and over until it finally sticks. And then on the professional branding side, like your company, again, like make sure it's something that you can stand by. And like let's just say, for example, you are a really happy person by nature. People know you as positive and somebody who always makes the room feel brighter. It would be a disservice to you to create a company that was like Angry Elves commercial lighting, right?
Right.
Like it doesn't fit. It should be something special and magical. And that's what I mean. Think about who you are and build off that.
And how does that drive revenue?
Yeah, so branding is just like it is an untapped resource in 2026. That's where the I want to say like it's like found money. There's money sitting out there that like Mr. and Mrs. Jones who owns a shopping center or a large complex or whatever that looks like. That company is looking for the most professional company to work with. They're not determining value on price. I'll say that again because I want everybody to pick up on that. That
Say it
is one of the
louder for people in
biggest.
the back.
Yes. Stop making price your value. Differentiate yourself through the services you offer, the level of service that you offer, the quality of equipment you use, the way how professional you are, the team, the culture, the insurance, the everything that you bring. Make that your differentiation. Is that a word? Differentiation?
Differentiate. We're making it a word today.
Whatever it
Great.
is, differentiator. Make that your thing. Don't
Mhm.
say, "Hey, I can beat this price by 500," but don't do that. You're only going to deal with more headaches along the way. So, yeah.
So let's talk about experiential marketing for a second. So like, do you want to have super fans in in your industry? That's something that
It's true.
people talk about. How do you
It,
create super fans?
yeah,
What's the
so
key?
it's
Let's give it
about
away.
creating an experience and like in the industry of like where you're at today, especially in the holiday lighting world, you are delivering an experience. Like I own a gutter business, right? Like I own a couple different home service businesses that are not super sexy. They're like very, we hang gutters and like there it is.
Are you
And
saying
you can
gutters
like,
aren't sexy? Because I
yeah.
like water going in that gutter, not
Uh,
in my on my driveway.
Some people would beg to differ that gutters, landscaping, all that stuff isn't gonna do it. But like yours is special. You're delivering that experience, and like I would do something along the lines of let the old companies go out there, hang the lights, and send the invoice, while you send some sort of video process along the way. Hey, Paul, just want to say thanks again for trusting us here at your shopping center. We're so excited to get started. Look, the whole
Right.
crew's here, ready to roll. Guys are waving. Hey, Paul, blah, blah. We'll check in here in about a few hours, give you an update on everything, and we'll see you soon. Clip, right? So, like, not only did you create a moment for your social media, but now the person who's writing the check is part of the experience. That's
Right.
special. That's special. Now imagine halfway through, just want to check in. Guys are sweaty. The guy, half the thing is done, and they're like excited about it. And then all the way at the end, you're wrapping it up, and you took that customer through that journey. You didn't have to, but you did, and that is what helps you create a larger opportunity for the following season too. Because who is Paul
Exactly.
going to want to work with? Larry's Lighting, who just sorry if there's a Larry's Lighting out there that they're gonna hate me.
Sorry, Larry.
Sorry, Larry, love you. Hit me up for branding. But
We'll change. We'll switch it up for you.
right, I'll tell you. So it's like, who's Paul gonna want to work with? That guy or the person who over delivered? And to me, it's always the second.
Right. For sure. So there are people watching on Facebook, believe it or not, but nobody's saying anything. I see you guys out there because I see the eyeballs. It says you're watching. If
That's
you
it.
want to have
Comment, guys. Let us know you're here.
Yeah,
if you
we've
have
got
any
people saying
questions for
hi,
us,
how's it going?
Cool.
One lady, Maura, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, said great insight. But yeah, we've got some people watching and
It's awesome.
commenting. So
oh, okay,
ask
great.
some
Because I don't
questions.
see the comments on my screen. I don't know why.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's awesome.
shout them out, Patrick.
Yeah, so we've got about 12 minutes we left in this live. So it's kind of a shorter live today, but we wanted to get Jon on here and talk about what he does, your mindset, obviously, which has been great to just listen to.
I appreciate
Um,
that.
but also the last 10 minutes, I guess we can kind of dive into Transworld because that's the main reason why we're on here is we're getting everybody that's going to Transworld so they can get on, they can talk about what they're going to be doing, promote their class and why people should attend. Um, so Stacy has all the info. I don't know if she has it pulled up. She can share her screen.
I am about to do that right now.
Perfect. And then Jon can kind of talk about his class and what people can expect at Transworld, and you know, since they're going to be there, why they should go to Transworld in the first place. But while they're there, what kind of insights are they going to get at your class on Saturday at 10:15?
It's awesome. Do you want me to go, Stacy, or you
Oh, go
going?
ahead. Yes, you go first. Yeah.
Right. So joining you're not going to want to miss this class, guys, because at the end of the day, this I'm going to give everything I can to you guys. I've been in this space my entire life, and new things are constantly coming up. And there's actually two major takeaways that I want you to take from my presentation over at Trains World. The first is I'm going to help you dial in a brand that's going to help you outperform everybody in your local market. I'll give you the exact blueprint on how to do that. Um, the second thing that I will be talking about is how to create more impact in your local market. So my book, right on this side is called Ring the Bell. I wrote that book because I can tell you that I've coached hundreds of people over the last 8, 9 years in this space. Again, marketing for north of 400 or 500 clients in the home service space. Something was starting to really stick out of the high performing entrepreneurs that I would work with. And that is that they drive impact in their business. What do I mean by that? I mean by they're showing up for their community. They have a purpose in their business. That just is something that can help you really win over and over, not only in your business, but help you win more deals, help you become more appealing. Um, it's special. So I want to be able to share that with you guys too. And just imagine you're signing on the dotted line for the commercial property manager. Patrick is saying, signing the contract, whatever, and he sees that a portion of the proceeds go to a charity that in children that in need or whatever that it, like if you can embed these systems into your business, it's game over. So branding plus driving impact is going to drive profit and purpose in a world that never stands still.
Yeah, that's great. And if you're watching and you're not sure how to get to his seminar, you want to go to transworldchristmasshow.com and you can look up Saturday seminars, and here's his seminar. It's $55 to attend if you order your tickets before March 19th, which is, I mean, that's outrageous. So such a great value, right? And you can register here. You can register right here on the site. We at the same time, Patrick and I have a class that's the Wednesday, the 25th, a pre-show class that we're doing for Commercial Christmas. If you've already registered, you can get that class. It's here under Installer Intensive. So here it is. We have our training only. If you already have a ticket to Transworld, we'll let you in for $300, and you're going to learn a lot of things, a full day commercial training about pricing, margins, bid structures, like all kinds of stuff. It's totally an amazing class. We also have some special guests coming in to talk about animated lighting and things like that. And if you don't have your ticket yet, you can buy your ticket and have an entrance to the Light series, which is 12 additional classes Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at Transworld for $625 an attendee. And that value, I mean, you're gonna definitely get what more than what you're paying for, definitely with that. And then, like I said, Saturday you can go on here and sign up for Jon's class. Once you register on here, you can sign up individually for these classes. You don't have to buy them all at once. You can just buy one at a time if you want. But that's how that works with this. And if you have questions about what classes you should be attending at Transworld, call me, text me, make an appointment with me. I'm happy to walk you through it. I've been going to Transworld now since 2021. And so there's the last 5 years, it's definitely changed a lot. There's a lot of new things to do that are brand new this year that have never been at Transworld. So definitely let me know if you need anything, if you have any questions, just set an appointment with me and I'm happy to walk you through it. Give you recommendations, because there's also an installer party that's happening on Thursday night. Even if you're not part of the Light series or part of anything, if you're there, you can just buy a ticket, right? You can buy a ticket for the Flamingo Bowl party, and that's going to be really fun. There's bowling and karaoke and things like that. And I think one of my favorite parts of Transworld is the networking, right? The networking, Jen and Rich did a really great job at setting up networking events throughout the entire time for installers, specifically with the vendors and with other installers, to network and learn how to grow in this industry and what works, what doesn't work. I love that part of it. I mean, it's really a great place for that because we're all there together in the trenches. So
yeah, it's great to do all the networking, getting to meet all the people in our industry, other installers from all over the country. So, it's always fun to share stories about, you got a guy and, like you guys down in Florida talking to people from up in Maine. And I mean, your challenges are similar, but then very different at the same time. So, and then there's all the classes. So you're coming to Transworld to invest in yourself and your business. So why not take advantage of the classes and seminars that are going on? And with Jon's class, learning your brand, and then also the purpose. I love that idea of, everyone's gotten quotes for everything, for gutters, for plumbing, for, Christmas, all that kind of stuff. But if you see on there, you know, hey, a portion of the profits from this is going to go to, you know, this charity, it helps you stand out. That's amazing. Um, you know, I like to do a lot of charity in the at Christmas time. My daughter changed my life. So, well, once I had a kid, it was like, man, you know, I need to donate more toys, and I could be doing so much more. So I generally run a toy drive every year, and I never did that until I had my daughter, and then I couldn't imagine another kid being without a, you know, not opening a Christmas gift on Christmas Day. So, but yeah, that's an amazing thing that, you know, even I've never thought about doing is, you know, putting that on quotes. Just that stands out so much. It's amazing. So,
Awesome.
but yeah, Transworld, back to Transworld. So it's a fun place. And the yeah, it's an awesome time. So I'm just speechless. I never thought about that, and so now my ADHD brain is going crazy. So,
Well, that was the point of bringing Jon on here, just to
yeah,
stump you, Patrick, just
yeah,
to
I
be
know.
like,
So,
Somebody had to stop Patrick.
but that alone is, you know, for $55 to learn just awesome stuff like that is definitely worth it. I'm even gonna see if I can, you know, get out of being in the booth or make sure we don't have
no, we're
anything.
going to be in his class. I already have it set up for us.
Oh, perfect. We're gonna be there.
Love it.
We're
So,
going to be there.
sweet.
Yeah.
Appreciate it,
Come
guys.
sit
I'm
by
not
me.
going to miss it. I'm not, because
Yeah.
every time I'm like, every time I've seen him speak, I'm like, okay, this is it. You know, this
You're
is
the
the
best.
greatest
Don't
thing.
cry.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's an experience. It's an experiential talk.
There's no crying in softball. So.
That's the goal, to take you from the beginning to the end.
Yeah. So I think that we're almost out of time here. So I want to go ahead and give you, Jon, an opportunity to tell us, how can somebody work with you? How do you want to work with them? Where do they go? Oh, really, really fast. What part of Florida are you actually in?
I'm in
Is your
South
team in?
Florida, so like Palm Beach County.
Okay. Is that by Miami?
Yeah, less
Okay.
than
I'll
an
be
hour.
there on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week. So I may be able to meet up with your guy
He'll be
and
there
talk about
Wednesday,
what we
Thursday,
talked.
Friday this
Oh,
Touch
week.
wait.
base with
Sorry.
you.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
no.
I plan all of our travel, so she, you know,
Definitely
otherwise
touch base with me,
He
we
puts
Stacy.
it on my
wouldn't
calendar.
get anywhere. But
That's
yeah, so
awesome.
how can people reach you?
Yes.
If they
How can they reach you?
So you can obviously connect with me on social. I'll do everything I can to help you guys out. Um, and if you want to do some work or talk about pipeline or talk about branding or any of that stuff, you can find me at mrpipeline.com, mrpipeline.com. But more importantly, it's just having the opportunity to be here with you guys. I hope you're able to get a couple takeaways. And yeah, it's been an honor.
All right. Well, thank you again so much. We appreciate it. Can't wait to see you at Trans World Christmas Show and possibly your guys earlier than that. Are you doing anything else coming up besides Trans World that people need to know about? Any other events coming up?
Yeah, I have a whole wall of stuff. I was like, can't even keep my head on straight this year. But I'll be in Denver this week, towards the end of this week, doing some live, like I'm heavy into the gutter community, so we're doing some like live events out there. Then I see I'll be in Missouri, Alabama, North Carolina. I'm all over the board this year. I slowed down a little bit last year because I had to take care of some stuff with the family. But like this something special is going to happen this year, and my goal really, I think when it's all said and done, is just to help so many companies level up so they can make more money than ever before. I can just
We have the
feel it.
same goal.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yes, that's
We're
right.
building this.
That's
So it's
right. It's
great.
no accident we're aligned.
Right. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you can find us at redsleightworkshop.com on all the socials, Red Sleigh Workshop. We have two more lives today, actually. We have one at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Central. We're going to be talking to Lindsay Sutherland and Stephanie Dardine. So I'm sure
No, not
Stacy.
Stephanie today. Stephanie's Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. Sorry.
Lindsay
We have
today.
so many
Chris
lives.
Rios is today.
Oh, Chris
Chris,
Rios. Awesome.
yes, permanent
So
lighting. Yeah.
6 p.m., 8 p.m. We know we're short on time. That's why I'm going fast. You can go to redsleightworkshop.com, see all the trainings we're doing. We have another two-person in-day training the end of April. We have the one at Transworld, and then we have one in June out in Bozeman, Montana. So go to redsleightworkshop.com. You can sign up or just find out where to sign up for each of those classes.
And if
Stacy,
you
would
want to
you
get
like
a hold of either Patrick or myself, our email is our first name at
Yep.
redsleightworkshop.com. It's not hard.
So,
You can email us. We read them like
yeah.
personally. It's not just AI reads it. We read it. So
That's a good thing.
But Well, thank you, John. We really appreciate you taking the time to come on here. It was great to meet you.
You too, bro.
I mean, talk about an impactful first meeting, man. I'm super excited to meet you in person, and we already work with you, even though it's Stacy mostly. But it's been an honor to have you on, and looking forward to seeing you at Transworld next month.
Feel the same way. I appreciate you guys, and
Right.
I'll see you guys Stacy, maybe this week, and if
Yeah.
not, I'll see you guys next month.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Bye. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.